This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's like home, no place like home. Place like home, there ain't no place like home. I stand, tell me pack my clothes, them by. Trump, them must see think I homeless, by.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
Buy one ticket and I on my way. I come and home, tell my mommy bake Johnny bread. Tell my cousin how I'm cold, got back. Tell the DJ play some raging straight. From the island, I ain't from no state. I coming home, it ain't no place like home. 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 They must see think I's Wycliffe. Oh, they must see think I's Lauren. So don't treat me like no refugee. Thank the Lord I get a warrant. I coming home. Don't treat me like no alien. Just to make your country great again.
You got it locked and loaded to the Wednesday, November 26th edition of Talking Heads and Ghetto Pickney Sauce bringing us in. More 242 artists. I telling you, man, me and MJ can keep busting off these 242 artists, especially the Red Mic collection, man. Props to you all. You're doing big things with that. MJ, good to see you.
Good to see you. That name is crazy. What is
Ghetto
it?
Pickney Sauce, boy. Let me tell
Pickney
you.
Sauce.
He ain't playing with that name.
Yeah.
Ghetto Pickney Sauce. Code.
GPS.
GPS.
There you go.
But like I said, that's good stuff. And yeah, for those fans, twin them, I could bust that off for you in a little bit too. But MJ, you gotta cut right to the chase, man. I know we can take a knife and cut this in half.
Food, glorious food.
Kentucky is in the building. Good afternoon to our crew from KFC Nassau. What's going on, man? You guys all right?
Yes, we're good, and good afternoon.
Glad
good to have you
have
here.
you back, because you always come bearing gifts. And today we got the Kentucky Deluxe Chicken Sandwich.
Yes, and our festive feast.
There you go. Right? Yeah, but see,
Perfect timing.
I focusing on the Kentucky Deluxe Chicken Sandwich, man. That's right there, off the chain, man. That's just how I like it right there. You got your lettuce, tomatoes, you got spicy or original, and then that's, I think, jalapenos at the bottom, right? Or
No, that's pickles.
That's pickles, right?
Yeah.
Pickles at the bottom. Boom. Man, MJ, get the knife.
It does.
Hurry up and
It
cut
does
in
look
half,
delicious, and I love how nice and thick that chicken breast is. That looks delicious. It really does.
Yes, an extra large filet just for you all.
There you go. Solid. And obviously you got the festive feast going on too for the holiday season, correct?
So actually, both our deluxe sandwiches and the festive feast are our holiday festivities that we're having at KFC, right?
Right.
So this week we actually kicked off our festivities offering the deluxe sandwiches in original recipe and spicy. So the difference is mainly the chicken fillet, whether it's original or spicy, right? And then for our festive feast, we have our bucket offers. So there are two main festive feasts where you're able to have our perfectly fried chicken with all of your favorite sides. And we also have a new coconut dessert biscuit that we're also offering.
Really?
In addition
I gotta
to the
shout out
guava
KFC
and the
with the
strawberry?
desserts.
Yes.
The desserts are really off
The
the
desserts
chain.
are, leveling up.
They are leveling up. So are those fries. I actually tasted your fries the other day for the first time, and they were absolutely delicious. So you guys did something different there, right?
Yes, they are crunchy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned to go with our fried chicken.
I'm sure you've been getting great reviews for those fries, right?
I told you they had seasoning on there,
It,
like a
it
seasoned
tasted
salt
different.
or
I was
whatever.
like,
Yeah,
what's
man,
going on here? These are really good, you know?
Yeah, they had a glow up.
Yeah, they had a glow up for sure.
There you go. But yeah, definitely get out there, get the Kentucky Deluxe Chicken Sandwich. Like I said, you get it spicy or original. Get it by itself, get it as a combo. And can you get this in the box too? With
Yes,
the
the
biscuits
big
and everything?
box
With the
as
big
well.
box? All right. So that's good stuff right there. And then the festive feast, all holiday season long. Get your spicy, get your original. Let KFC Nassau do the cooking for you. It's always finger licking good. And leftovers make great steamed chicken. Let me tell you. You ever had steamed KFC?
I have not, but I got to try that.
Yeah, you should.
You think I'm joking, eh? No,
need to
sir.
try that.
You got to try that. That's off the chain. That's double finger licking right there.
Oh, okay, all right.
And the festive feast, the festive buckets, they start at like how many in a bucket?
8 pieces.
8 pieces
of
and up?
chicken. Well, both buckets are 8 pieces of chicken.
Okay.
It goes up with the sides that you
Okay.
have. So we have the white rice with gravy, our signature fries, which are the fries you just mentioned, 4 biscuits, and our new coconut dessert biscuits. And then you have the option of adding any other of your favorite sides to it.
Corn,
Yes.
coleslaw.
He does like the loose corn. Yeah, no,
Even
that is
if you
good
want
stuff.
more mashed potato.
Right.
You know, that's perfect for Thanksgiving as well. So
That
There
is
you go.
true.
And it's available all season long at your favorite KFC Nassau location, correct?
yes.
And how many locations we got in New Providence now?
We have 10.
10. Boom.
Yes.
So ample opportunity for you to get your KFC on.
And then also with our mega festive feast, if you make that purchase, you'll also get a free KFC tote bag from us as well. So it's our gift for everyone.
I know we can
Nice.
get 2 KFC tote bags for free anyway. I mean, that's to be part of the KFC crew. So yeah. But yeah, definitely that's good stuff too. So you get your tote bags as well when you do your purchasing. And like I said, get to your favorite KFC Nassau location. We shout out our crew right over here in Oaksfield, always making it smell good when we come out of the
That
night.
is true. And Saunders Beach, of
And
course.
Saunders Beach as well too, all right? In addition to all other 9 KFC locations. So get out there, get your holiday, your festive feast on, get your Kentucky Deluxe on, by itself, as a combo, or in the box. It's all good. And it's always finger looking good at KFC now, so let them do the cooking for you today. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate
Thank you so much. We look forward to all of this delicious chicken on the break.
Yes.
I think I can take most of it, so we'll enjoy.
Yeah, I got the knife. Hurry up. Let's get to the break. I'm going to cut this up so we can, And I could be chomping midway through, so I just want to let you know that too. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
I come and home, tell my Grammy break Johnny. Yeah. Tell the DJ play some Raven straight. From the island, I ain't from no state. Buy one ticket and I on my way. I come and home, tell my mommy break Johnny Red. Tell my cousin how I'm cold, got back.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Join me, Naughty, Earl the Pearl, and the rest of the crew from the Press Box each and every Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM as we talk sports. All of your Major League sports, Major League Baseball, the NFL, and the NBA each and every Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on Guardian Radio. It's the Press Box. All the sports, all the time. See you on Sunday.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Old folks should tell us things they used to do. Tell us how they used to groove and think. Do the songs that Rick and script. They They say our generation lost our roots and things. There's a part of me that wants to sing song they grew up on and things. They records keep going and they try put it in our coffin. This thing give you that feeling, that feeling. Where records keep going and we're going down with all them songs. I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient man and things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrapey. No, some was told by Gino D. I grew up on Kid, I grew up on Ronnie, I grew up on I, grew up on Elon Moxie. Really hope that you don't feel, hope you don't feel cause I play R&B and things. I don't need my Rick and Scrape. I hope that y'all don't think I let it go. Hope you don't think cause I make rock music and things that I don't let TVS play, that I won't play no Smokey Double O. My old mind will tell me how it used to be, how they would get jiggy and ting to the sound of Rick and Scrape. Feel like my generation ease up on this thing.
You got it locked and loaded to the Wednesday, November 26th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty along with Mary Jane in your company right up until 6 p.m. Trend them licking it off right there.
We have so many talented behaviors. That song is really good. And the one before that by GPS. Ghetto Pickney
and shout out Tonash too. We can break off that Tonash too.
Oh, for sure.
When I see you in this Adidas sweatsuit, girl, I want to hold you.
We play
like
that so much at home.
Huh?
I love Tonash. That music is so off the chain. It is good.
I want to lick you like a food stamp. Like a grocery stamp.
I gotta be talking about them super value
Oh,
stamps.
Lord. I tell you. All right, listen, we got lots to talk about. If you want to chime in and be part of the conversation, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence 323-6232, 325-4259, 325-4316. Toll free in any one of the Family Islands 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day. Right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, big part of the conversation are the headlines. And I'm looking at them right now. Boy, we got lots to talk about.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines into 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844. All brought to you by Fine Threads. And don't forget, big Black Friday sale coming. I can let you know. Right after Thanksgiving. You know how they do it. You can make sure I hook it up for you. So keep your ear out. I can tell you bad and why and how, okay? All right. Big headline. Low turnout troubling. Pitstock got 48.3% of the vote. Big other headline. Pitstock confident he'll win Golden Hours in 2026. Government touts drop in unemployment rate from 10.3 to 9.6. I'm guessing, but I'll double check. Oh, to 9.3. From 10.8 to 9.3. And looters left only 11 of 192 containers untouched on grounded barge.
Say that again.
Looters left only 11 of 192 containers untouched on grounded barge.
Yeah, but who are the so they're saying that those.
Hey,
wait a minute
now. I applaud my Bahamian brethren and sisters.
Hold on.
I know I shouldn't be supporting wrongdoing.
No, wait, that's
181 out of the 192. Listen, that is excellent work.
No, that's
y'all.
right in 90%.
That
I don't know.
That's excellent work.
That seems.
If you all had a real job doing that for a living, you could not move 181 out of the 192 in the time that you all did. But by God, you all did it in that moment. And yes. Good job.
No. First of all, no. And then secondly, that is a lot. That is greater than 90%. But when I look at the way those containers are, I mean, you know how industrious you would have to be to hit 100
If they worked for a shipping company and they were paid to move containers, they could not move 181 out of 192 as fast as they did, or get into them as fast as they did.
And
if they were getting paid to do it, they couldn't do it or wouldn't do it that fast.
And it's also saying that you're trying to tell me that before we could get reinforcements into this barge to secure...
peel them open like a can of corned beef.
To secure that barge that was lodged in our reef or stuck in our reef.
Correct.
Which means it was under our jurisdiction, under our control, under the control of the port controller. You're trying to tell me that before we could get law enforcement out there to ensure, to secure that particular barge, you're telling me that they were able to hit 181 out of 192 containers?
Cool.
We're going to need some explanation. And the crazy thing about it is, though, and this is important, I believe, did we do our own inspection before that barge was allowed to be taken back to Jacksonville? Did we control that scene? It was under our control. Are we able to say, is our government able to say, our preliminary investigation says that X, Y, Z happened? Remember now, this barge was under our control. I know we didn't act like it. I know we kind of acted like, we had no real responsibility for it. If you take the Minister of National Security's comments, talking about how, they should have been grateful and so forth and so on. But what can we say? And this is what I don't like. People always telling us, especially about things that happen in our territory, in our jurisdiction, things that we should know for the protection not only of our reputation, but to also show that, yes, we are a sovereign nation and we take these matters seriously and we have our own information. So you can't come and tell us, 181 of those containers were breached because, we have this information. But the way things stand and the way that whole situation was handled, they could tell us all of them were broken into, and what can we say?
And the value of the cargo of each container ranged between $50,000 and $200,000, according to a maritime lawyer.
That is that's a lot.
I tell you, they come in the border. Hey, listen here. That fine we were supposed to pay you all for breaking up your reef? We can come clean it up a little bit, and since you all bust open our containers, we can call it a day. Everything cool.
And they can point to the maritime law to say, well, you know what? And I guess we'd have to know the sequence of events, because we could point to the fact that we were informed at this time and then this is when it happened. But you have to be able to do that. That's why we have to take these things seriously. I think that, and I still maintain that when that barge hit that reef, the first thing the AG's office should have done is inform the rest of the relevant authorities that barge is now under our jurisdiction, our control, and this is how we're going to deal with it, XYZ, allow them to take it back eventually, but at least have some information in hand ourselves. And they do have to face a fine. There has been environmental damage, so they most likely will face a fine.
And I think we need a bigger, more in-detail database of who actually sails into our waters, and if we're collecting fishing permits, cruising permits, where they're mooring, has that mooring project continued to go, or has it been stopped? What's really happening?
So from what I understand from my research that I did on this, the way this barge was moving through our territorial waters is what they consider innocent passage. But the moment that hit the reef, it became something else. And that's why I said we have to take these things seriously. We have to have strong institutions and know when we need to step in and then when there's not necessary for us to intervene. But, yeah, everything is a joke. Everything is a laugh sometimes. And, yeah, I don't like it.
You know what else I don't like? This big headline. Low turnout troubling. Pickstock got 48.3% of the vote.
Of the 49% of registered voters.
Correct.
So I talked about this a little bit yesterday, so I'll just revisit it again, because I got to tell you that based on the turnout in 2021, which was around 65% of registered voters, that was very low. And yes, we do not like to see, a 49% turnout for a by-election, but I just want to reiterate a little bit of historical perspective, because I do feel it's lost in the conversation. And I too have said, wow, 49%, that's really low, particularly since we're so close to a general election. But I just want to remind everyone that in the 2010 by-election for Elizabeth, that turnout was around 45%. For the North Abaco by-election in 2012, that turnout was 47%. For the West End and Bimini by-election in 2020, 23. That one is the one that stands as the outlier for recent history, because the turnout in that election, that by-election, was 74%.
No, they
that
did
was
it for
very
Obi.
high.
Lord bless the dead.
Of course.
They did it for Obi. Not for party. They did it for Obi.
And so we come in with this one that's around 49%. And yes, for what we want to get back to. And after seeing 65% at the general election, 49% looks low. But it is on the high end of the turnout for by-elections. So if that makes sense, right? So it was a low turnout, but it's not, atypical for by-elections. Right now, Weston and Bimini stands out as atypical for by-elections. We're going to get the full picture for next year when we go into another general elections. That is what we expect to see. I'm hoping in my heart, 80, 85, 90,
Yes.
95, heck, 100%. Everybody who can vote, please vote.
Then we'll know that all Bahamians have spoken.
Yes.
And majority and mostly Bahamians
We'll start
are
to
voting
understand
in numbers.
the trend line of our most important elections.
But you know what I find amusing to a point? I also find it very interesting. I also find it, one of those Arsenio moments, things that make you say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at most of the PLP propagandists on social media and out and about, and some radio talk shows hosts as well. And I don't know why they're choosing to be, like, as my good friend Prime Minister Holness from Jamaica says, fully dunce. But they're being fully dunce. First of all, you shouldn't put up erroneous statements like the PLP got 53% of the vote in the Golden Isles by-election. That's not the case. You're off by 5%. That's disingenuous. And obviously, it's a hullabaloo going on, and I don't understand. When you have somebody with the intelligentsia, the experience, the acumen, who's a political, mastermind in his own right, in the form of Mr. Sean McQueenie.
The former Attorney General?
The former Attorney General.
Okay.
He knows his ish when it comes to politics, okay? And if there's two people that ever knew their ish when it came to advising the PRP, Lord bless the dead, Mr. Galanis was one.
Yes.
Okay? And Mr. McQueenie is two. And just like C.D. Lamb and George Pickens, they ain't no number one. There's 1A and 1B. They both number ones. But to actually dispel the warning that somebody is seasoned and as polished and knows politics the way that Mr. McQueenie does is absolutely ludicrous to me. To have your trolls online regurgitating foolishness is fully dunce. And like MJ touched on yesterday, I'm quite sure that the set in the PRP back in the war rooms want fully dunce. Have their map up with a lot of yellow and red flags up there. But what a stern warning from Mr. McQueenie. Former AG, by-election, a boost for Pintard, knocking the head of the PLP.
So when we got out of here yesterday, as expected, I got a couple of text messages, because I talked about how the ground was softening beneath the Progressive Liberal Party, because in that by-election, even though they were ultimately victorious, which, let's be honest, at the end of the day, that is the goal. Like, that is what you want. So, yes, very happy to be successful, to win the seat, right? That's important. But if you dig a little bit deeper into the numbers, you would see that the Free National Movement's vote share increased by 6 to 7 percentage points. And that is nothing to frown about.
That is why Mr. McQueenie said Pintard and the FNM emerged stronger from this by-election defeat. They actually emerged in a better position than they were.
When you really think back to the 2021 general elections, right? In 2017, the Free National Movement received something like 91,000 votes. That was cut in half in 2021. So basically, 1 out of 2 people that had supported the Free National Movement in 2017 walked away.
But I on this run, I gone.
Walked away. So
call again to the beach.
So for you to basically have to make this to make the party competitive again where it stands right now, to start increasing your momentum, to close 7 percentage points in Golden Isles is not an easy task. And because ultimately, we tend to focus on who the winner is. We don't necessarily go into the details, but I got to tell you guys, just from a political science perspective, the job that Mr. Pintard and the crew did in Golden Isles, despite not winning, was phenomenal, and it is going to raise some eyebrows. That's why
You
Ms.
won
McQueenie...
nine out of 14 polling stations?
That's why the former AG is saying, hang on now. Yes, we got the victory. Good job, because that's what you want. But ultimately, do you guys see what's happening? Do you understand where this momentum is going?
And like Mr. McQueenie says, Pintard can point to wins at a majority of polling stations as evidence of his leadership viability. So if somebody, again, as politically seasoned and well-versed as Mr. McQueenie is saying this, you all need to take heed. Especially you small pocket of people still talking about division in the F&M. I think that the competition is saying his leadership viability. So if his leadership is viable, that means there's unity. The F&M is behind him. They're ready to roll. And this coming from your opponent, just like you lining up and the coach telling you, or the GM telling the coach, listen here, these fellas know how to break the trap. So if you're trying to press them and trap them coming up the court, they're going to break the trap and they're going to score easy buckets. What you need to do is play a zone. That can slow them down. If you don't play zone on this team, they're going to run you out the gym. That's basically, in a sports analogy, what he's saying.
So I ran a quantitative projection based on the last election results and the 2 by-elections we have since then, and to talk about what a hole the F&M has managed to dig itself out of. Right now, if I just had to just give the numbers that I'm getting, right now you have the PLP. I think my projection, if general elections were held today, the PLP would get about 46% support. The F&M is at 44%, and then everybody else is at 10%. And that is crazy, because in 2021, 1 in 2 voters walked away from the Free National Movement. So the fact that they're even competitive at this point is phenomenal. So you can't knock them for that. Right now, the PLP still has a firm grip on leadership and is probably still, ahead in many places.
It kind of reminds me in Game of Thrones when only the wildlings were supporting John, and then all of a sudden, here comes Baelish.
Yeah, but that's why I think...
So I think the F&M has that. If 1 in 2 voters walked away, they got that Peter Baelish element, Knights of the Vale coming in at some point, because some people are going to get up off that sofa and say, you know what, darn it, I'm sick of this crap. Let me go to the polls.
Turnout will most definitely decide the next election. I think they know that. And I think also that's why Mr. McQueenie is kind of sounding the alarm, like, hey, guys, let's not rest on our laurels. We did very well here. We got the victory. We got the W. But... do you guys see where they are? They're like they're climbing. They're closing the gap a little bit.
As Mr. McQueenie, if they can't heed his advice, boy, he don't listen. Go feel. He don't listen. Go learn. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Good day, Naughty.
Hey, what's happening, Brayman?
Good day, MJ.
Good afternoon, Brayman.
The same Brayman.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was
sorry.
Brayman. Go ahead.
I'm following you. Sorry. Hi.
Good day. Yes, for Mr. Brown. For his first time, he did an excellent job.
Yeah, his second time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think wherever they place him, he'll be a winner. Wherever they put him, he'll be a good winner. He did an excellent job.
Yeah, I don't think both campaigns were well run, I think.
I don't think they have to put him anywhere else but Golden Eyes. Put him right back there one more time. I think the third time might be the charm for him, considering how the numbers are looking.
Yes, and one more thing. Mr. Pintard, they need to leave Mr. Pintard alone. He's doing a great job. Don't mind, Mr. Pintard, don't mind the naysayers. You're doing good. Keep strong, sir. Go ahead. The fight, you're almost at the finishing line. Don't mind the naysayers. Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day, caller.
Good stuff. All right, let's get to some of these texts real quick. Good day, Naughty and MJ. You think from the bottom of Brave Dave, his thought was simply $245?
Yikes.
Ah, Lord.
All right,
He's about to talk about that. Let me get these other texts.
Go ahead, because that's another headline that's coming in.
They lying for insurance, Naughty. Oh, Lord. Good afternoon, Naughty, and my favorite host, MJ.
Good afternoon.
Naughty, remember we got some new episodes that are called I Got You Covered. Just relax, man. Relax. I got you. I got you, though. I got you. Maybe we can get some more pineapple tart. What you saying? Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty. Why many of our voters do not care about corruption in our country, our immigration problem, and the rest of the issues we are facing today. Why you hear them talking about Brave is a nice fellow and my country is running adrift? Are we just that stupid? MJ, please help me.
We're not stupid. And yes, the voter engagement needs to go up. We're looking at 2021. That was very low. I don't like it. And we're hoping that it's a full community engagement to get more people to participate in the next general election. I think it's very important. I think as Bahamians, we should be concerned about the direction of our country. I know that when it comes to younger people, you probably have to do more to get them to come out because they may be disillusioned. They may, have a kind of apathy towards the whole process. But don't give up yet. The fight is not over. Just keep, wherever you can, talking to people, not about their politics, because I don't think the politics is important, but the fact that one of our civic duties as citizens of this country is to participate in our electoral process. That's what we should be encouraging each other to do.
Let the civil servants know that they got that chicken feed today because you all tell the PM and the merry men that all is well. That's the message they got from the by-election. So take your chicken feed, civil servants, and have a Merry Christmas. All right, Carl, are you a disgruntled civil servant or are you just
The question is,
salty?
If this information had come out a week ago, would things be different in Golden Isles? I wonder.
Naughty and MJ, good afternoon. But naughty question for you. Looking into your crystal ball right now today, Wednesday, November 26, 2025, is the F&M likely to win the general election in the 2026? Or are the Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl in 2026? Or none of these things happening at all?
Dallas.
At this time, Texter, the radio broadcast host is not prepared to answer these questions at this time. As I sans my inner Prime Minister Davis. I look at, listen. If you want me to say it though, Texter, if I look at the numbers from the by-election and the way we play ping pong politics, could very well be a switch in the next administration. And considering, Lord bless the dead, we got St. Pete up there pulling for the Dallas Cowboys, anything is possible.
Anything's possible.
Including two Irishmen walking out of a bar on St. Patrick's Day sober.
So we got to get to the break, but before we go, I have to let you guys know that if you're exercising on the Cable Beach Strip or on Goodman's Bay, please stop by after your workout to Energy for a smoothie. Yes, be sure to stop by for lunch for fresh, healthy sandwiches and wraps. Also salads with proteins or hot plates, fresh and made to order. Give them a call at 603-5261, or you can order online at nrgbahamas.com, and be sure to select the correct location for pickup. If you can't park, request curbside delivery when you arrive.
And right before we get to the break, don't forget tomorrow, man, Thanksgiving menu at Naughty Johnny's. Turkey and ham and gravy, lima beans and rice, candied yams, corn pudding, cranberry sauce, coleslaw, and pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice squares for dessert. Definitely want to check them out on that $39.95 plus VAT included. You are good to go. Naughty Johnny's Thanksgiving menu is all GWOD good. Give them a call, 377-7776. Make sure they hold your plate now, because I promise you tomorrow they can be gone. I'm telling you, because I can carry a bunch of them myself. Paula, we'll catch you right on the flip side of the break. Keep it right where you got it. If you want to sell, hang up and call back. If you're on a landline and just hang tight, right out of the break, we got you. Keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, November 26th edition of Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ continues right after this.
Really hope that you don't feel. Hope you don't feel cause I play R&B and thing. I don't need my ranking straight. I hope that you don't think I let it go. Hope you don't think cause I make rap music and thing, that I won't play neither and swing, that I won't play no smoky though. I know it goes. If I can't hear cuckoo, so if I can't hear no more ranking straight, what I could do. If I can't hear song.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's, well worth the trip.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a fresh start with a personal loan at Fidelity. You could win refreshing prizes like a luxurious spa day, John Boat gift certificates, a cruise for two, and more. Make that move to a fresh start today. Call 356-7764. Promotion ends December 19th.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
'Tis the season to crunch and be merry with KFC's festive feast. Gather around the table, the laughter, and the people you love most with KFC flavor that makes every moment brighter. So whether you're here for original memes or spicy moments, gather round for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of your favorite KFC chicken with 4 buttery biscuits and make it extra festive with your favorite sides. Make moments full of flavor, not dish duty. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Girl, you look so good. I would drink you like rum. Pour you all over my tongue. Beautiful. Girl, I wanna hold you like a cup of Henny. Lick you like food so sound. Slam you like God, oh. Love you like Christmas bonus. Squeeze you like my last dollar. Kiss you like food was good. Touch you like road on Friday. Need you like a trip day Zuma. Tell your ma and your pa that they did something special. There's a rhythm in my heart when you're the one I'm next to. And I don't wanna lose that. If I did it be a newsflash. Saying donkey on the loose, that it always your excuse. I be begging, kissing boots, making promises to you. Like, girl, I wanna hold you like a cup of Henny. Lick you like food so down. Slam you like
Cardo.
Love you like Christmas bonus.
Hear that? I want to slam you like Cardo and love you like Christmas bonus. My God.
Christmas bonus.
You can't get no more baby than that. I want to slam you like Cardo and, man, blow you like Christmas
Speaking
bonus.
of Christmas bonus, we're going to get to this story about the civil servants and their frustrations because I guess we got some more information on the bonuses. But first, let's get to the
phone lines. Talking Heads.
Yeah, Naughty, you say the day show could be called the MJ and Naughty show. So MJ and Naughty, what's going on?
Where did he say that?
However you all gonna call it, I have no problem
Naughty
with
and
it.
MJ. MJ, Naughty, don't matter.
Naughty, thanks for sending me the link. But let me tell you what I like about that song so much. As young Bahamian artists coming up, if you listen to the words of the song, they say they believe the young artists have loosened their roots. But they digging up ancient man, Iris Store.
What they saying is,
Moxie,
what Twin them saying is, a lot of people say they lost their roots, like they don't know about these people, so they actually paying homage and saying, look, we do know. And we actually did grow up on them, and my mom and my dad, loved them, and it was in the household.
They grew up on listening to their music, so it's so great to see that it passing from that generation on to the next generation of Bahamian talent.
But I'm
so proud of them.
Ain't nothing like when I rake and scrape hit, man. That saw come in, boy. Come on, man, for God's sake.
They have the Bahamian flag high, but
very much so.
But they go, but Naughty, man, come on, man, 187 some containers, man. They had a barge with a crane on it too.
I mean, or they had a couple of good can opener because they peel them open like sardine.
I don't know. Like the Guardian parking lot. Like if you take 200 of them L700 Mitsubishi bus and you park it in there tight, bumper to bumper. Right. And I say, Naughty, go in the middle there and open up the back arch on that one right there.
Right.
On that blue one. How you get that open when they tight the
Dang open.
Gotta wonder.
That's what the insurance is correct. And then another thing too, the race was close, man. But Naughty, I agree with you too. That's a preseason, man. People have come out for the big dance. Like when you say they don't want to retire a prime minister, like when they don't want to retire Ingram, they come out. When they don't want to retire Christie, when they don't want to retire Menace, when they want to retire here, prime minister, they coming out though.
So what the streets saying? The streets leaning toward retiring Brave. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. So they get to celebrate now with the little by-election. But what MJ was talking about is true though. Like the younger generation. Even some older set, man. I know some people in the 50s and 40s, like they just dropping out the race, man. They said they ain't in the voting, man. They ain't making no sense, man. They ain't going to blow up the
And we gotta get them encouraged to come back so that we have a larger base that votes, so we know really what the people are saying. You can't get a judge on.
You touch on it today to say what the governments and oppositions need to do to encourage people to get out. But a lot of people getting discouraged, man. I ain't gonna lie. I talk to people every day, even some people in the same Golden Arms election, who tell me, man, they ain't gonna vote for this one. They might vote the general election, but they ain't gonna, man, they ain't gonna time to go out there.
Let's keep working on them. Let's keep working on them, Muff. Let's work on them, okay?
All right, yeah, man. All right.
Have a good one. I want to send a shout out to one of our wonderful listeners that I got the package that you left at the receptionist. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I keep telling you guys that I don't need you guys are the gift for us, right? Just being here with you, just talking with you, just, handling and tackling these national and local issues with you is the gift in of itself. But I do appreciate the gift I got today. And I promise you this weekend, I will put it to great use because I love things like this. So thank you very much to the mystery person. I still don't know who it is. Otherwise, I would shout you out that left the package at the receptionist for Naughty and myself. We did receive it. Thank you very, very much. We do appreciate it.
Let's get back to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Naughty MJ, good afternoon.
What's going on?
Jeff.
My brother and my sister, boy, I'm just tuning in for the first time for the day.
Oh.
So.
Been busy today, Jeff?
Yeah, very busy.
Okay.
On the streets, listening to what everyone is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Big talk is this by-election.
So what you hearing?
By-election is this issue with the barge and all this stuff. But it's something interesting that my good cousin Muff just mentioned just now, and that is, many of the young people, they're not interested in voting. In fact, a lot of the persons, even in our age bracket, appear not to be interested in voting because they say it don't make any sense. We've been talking about the positive advancement of this country to benefit the average Bahamian out here. And the average Bahamian is not feeling anything out here positively. And that is a cause for concern. We talk about these things and people here, especially with this particular political party, they like to try and dismiss the talks, because I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the favors and the trinkets spreading out on the ground that got them all in this frenzy. I don't know if it's the contracts that they're receiving or whatever. But this country is not progressing in the manner that a lot of us would have expected the country to progress, especially for the benefit of Bahamians. It is not happening. We are paying all these taxes and we're not getting nothing back in return. Again, a simple thing here is this. We are paying all these taxes. I've yet to hear the government talk about providing an annual tax return on our taxes. Now, when you start talking about things progressive like that, you come with the customs duty and all this stuff. But guess what? You come with the customs duty, how many persons can afford to travel? How many persons can afford to bring back stuff over $600 or so in order for you to get a break on your customs? It's just ridiculous. We are not progressing this country. My final remarks here is simply this. You talk about who's going to vote in the next upcoming general elections with the amount of alleged fraudulent documents out here by people who are not Bahamians. You're going to tell me that we're going to leave it to them to vote for this country, and then maybe in the next 5 years it won't be Bahamians voting, it'll be the others voting in our country to take over? Is that what we are expecting? Come on, man. We got to fix this whole thing. But thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, Jeff.
No problem, Jeff. Good stuff as always.
This is important. Like, we have to, even though I know that some people, and you can't make people vote if they don't want to vote, that's their right to either participate or not participate. But my thing is this. When you talk about how politicians or parties only cater to a particular set of people, well, the more that we get these low turnout elections, the more you're going to find that whomever is successful caters to their base, because low turnout indicates that it is the base that is coming out to support their party. And politicians, a lot of politicians in a lot of places around the world, they love that. Do you want to put some fear into a politician? have the middle come out. Have everybody come out. Because now you cannot just cater to one particular group. You have to be accountable to
You have
everybody.
some variety in your BS.
And now things change. Now they look at it different. Now they can't just cater to the loudmouths, to the trolls, to the base. Now they have to
To the
appeal.
base degenerates.
Now they have to appeal to a wider audience, and they know that you're watching. You know, it's kind of counterintuitive to say, okay, nothing ever changes, but you yourself aren't participating in the process
I'm
that
making the
would
change.
force a change, that would force them to look at things differently. You know, if politicians felt like every time they only have to worry about their base, then that's what they do. They cater to their base.
And then the majority suffers
and you
for the
suffer.
choices of the bases.
Right, because whether you choose to participate or not, you're going to be governed.
Do we refer to the bases as basers or just...
No, just the base.
Okay, just wanted to know.
The political base. You're going to be governed by the laws anyway. So wouldn't you like to have a say, even if ultimately your preferred policy or your preferred party isn't successful? You know that you added your voice to the conversation, and to me that is very important. So I hope we have a great turnout in 2026. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, good afternoon, Mary Jane.
Good afternoon.
and
That's
Tony
good
B.
singing.
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Right here. Listen, I want to opine on this bad thing, man. I called Jones and Mr. Jones Christian today.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, where was the boat that was towing the barge?
The tug?
The tug. The cable broke and the tug and the barge got separated.
And so when did they realize that they were separated?
I wish we could tell you that, right?
And so you have a valuable cargo
Mm-hmm.
that you are responsible for delivering.
Mm-hmm.
It's separated, and you continue on your merry way. You leave it in the wide ocean, and now you want to accuse us of piracy?
It would be great if our government could have said to us, okay, this happened, so there's no way that happened, right? And then we don't have to worry about getting sullied without having the information and the data to defend our reputation, like you say, instead of getting called pirates on the world stage.
And I told him, pirates attack vessels. There was no attack.
Yeah.
Okay, there was no attack on this ship or this anything. There was no attempt to try to, like they do in those Somalians do and whatnot. This was just a matter of looting. It was just as an opportunity. You wouldn't, if your $200,000 car, if you leave it on the side of the road for a couple of days, you think you're going to find that in the same condition?
No. Let's be let's be clear. It shouldn't have happened. Yes. Right.
In Abaco. But those people who were pulling the boat had a responsibility of turning around and making sure that their cargo was secured, calling the people who were responsible, letting them know what happened, let us know what to do. But now they will come around and call us, pirates.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Pirates.
But this is where institutions should stand up and should protect us. Because let me just say this: let's just play that scenario out. So the tug, it realizes it came loose from the barge, and they hang around there. Those persons aboard that tug have absolutely zero authority in Bahamian territorial waters to stop any Bahamian from going on that barge. So I'm not saying you would have gotten the same result, but it's quite possible because they have no authority. All they could have done is reach out to our authorities. They could have called the Defense Force. They could have called the police. You understand? Even if they had private security, they have no authority to stop Bahamians. Right.
But Mary Jane, at least there would have been some presence. People would have been. You think that
you would.
At least if they were there, then of course the people from Abaco would have seen them.
You would think, right?
But they continued. It was a dereliction of duty on their behalf.
They should have watched you would think common sense says watch your stuff, right? Because your stuff just here on the reef. But technically, that stuff, once it hit the reef, was under the authority of the Bahamian government. And the thing about
according to Antoine, they didn't even know that this boat was passing through our waters.
No, because
we don't know what was on that boat.
Yeah.
They could have been carrying guns for all we know.
They could have been carrying guns, but it's what's called innocent passage, right? So this happens all the time. You get barges, particularly barges that come out of Jacksonville. Apparently, that's the second most busy Jones Act port in the United States. So this happens all the time. They pass through our territorial waters headed to Puerto Rico, right?
Do we charge them for that?
No, we don't. It's innocent passage, and we do not charge them for that. But if they hit the reef like they did...
Our waters, international waters?
Well, yeah, because... No, our waters aren't international waters. They're territorial waters, but it's what's called innocent passage, and that's established. I don't have a problem with us not taxing them for that. But once you hit the reef, you cause environmental damage. Now you do have to pay. That barge, once that hit the reef, that then became under the control of our government. We act like it was never under our control, but we signed treaties. Nobody's speaking to that. The Minister of National Security isn't speaking to that. The Minister of Foreign Affairs isn't speaking to that. We did have some responsibility over that barge, but we treated it like, well, y'all think back up, that's y'all problem. But now here they go out onto the world stage calling us pirates, which is totally inappropriate. And totally unfair. And that's why I always say that when you do have these responsibilities, you act. You act. You act for the protection of your citizens. You act for the protection of your reputation.
Well.
Yes, protect our reputation.
Minister, you all about treating and voice motion. He's the one. He should be. He should have been like. It's like we scared of the U.S.
Well, I know.
Scared to say what is true.
Yeah. Well,
if they wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Calling us pirates and putting that out there, I don't think that was appropriate. But then when we go ahead and have these conversations, it would be good to have facts in hand. It'd be good to say, okay, what time your barge hit our reef? What time were we informed? You understand? Like you could walk through these things with these people to show them where they may be erring in the way that they handle the situation. So don't come blaming us,
And so, as I go, so now that we know, I wonder what steps is the Maritime or whoever's responsible putting in place for the next incident.
Yeah.
This is what Mr. Perry Christie used to say.
Teachable moment. Teachable moment. Yeah. Yeah, it is teachable.
I hope that now that this may have been the first incident or whatever it is, that there will be established protocol put in place so when the next incident happens, we know which course to follow.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much,
Good stuff.
Yeah,
as always.
The AG's office should have been first on it to inform the rest of the authorities, okay, this barge has hit a reef. Technically, based on this convention and this treaty, this means this is under our control, so this is what's going to happen.
And after that great discourse, what I want to say is, they should have known what happened to their barge. The port controller right away should have known there was a barge in Abaco and taken charge of it as per maritime law.
We don't even know if the port controller didn't. I mean, eventually, of course, the port controller knew, but when?
The looters, they shouldn't call you all pirates. And for the two who got caught, that's the power of social media. You should have keep you behind off the talking, but they get 3 washer and 2 dryer. Man, get down here quick. I can get you one front loader too. No, that's your own fault because you publicize it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
But I take objection to that, so I can let Coco T and Buju take me to the break. We are not pirates. We may loot you, but we ain't gonna rob and shoot you. We are not pirates.
If them turn it on, we are go turn it on back. If them turn it on, we are go turn it on back. If them broke it down, we are go build it on back. If them take away we record, then we get fresh start. Now me love this station and me love them to a mass. We release and dump it and all boom shot. DT I am fine, but them can't stop that.
The holidays are all about traditions, the lights, the laughter, and the food you can't wait to dig into. KFC Deluxe sandwiches are the favorites that never miss a season. Bite into an extra large, juicy chicken filet with fresh lettuce, tomato, melty cheese, pickles, and creamy mayo, nestled on a buttery brioche bun. Make mealtime extra festive with the Festive Big Box for $15, featuring a KFC Deluxe sandwich and our new coconut dessert biscuit. Classic flavor, festive feel with KFC's Deluxe sandwiches.
KFC, it's finger licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Join the Bahamas Heart Association for its inaugural golf tournament, proudly presented by Visa and Fidelity Bank on Sunday, November 30th at the spectacular Royal Blue Golf Club. Every swing brings hope and healing to young hearts. Gather your team and play with purpose or make a donation. Tee off for Tiny Hearts, because every heartbeat deserves a chance. For more details, contact the Surfing the Sassoon Heart Foundation at sassoonheartfoundation.org.
What's on your wish list this year?
A family staycation.
A shopping spree. Surprise me.
'Tis the season of surprises. You could win a tech bundle, family staycation, US $1,000 cashback, or US $500 Amazon voucher. Simply use your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card or Visa debit card for a minimum spend of US $100 or more. Learn more at www.cibccaribbean.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more, there's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Tell my Grammy break Johnny, yeah. Tell the DJ play some Raven straight. From the island, I ain't from those states. Buy one ticket and they on my way.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
Place like home, ain't no place like home. It 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 ain't no place like home. They must think I's Wycliffe. Eh? Oh, they must think I's Lauren. Eh? So don't treat me like no refugee. Thank the Lord I get a warrant. I coming home. Don't treat me like no alien. Just to make your country great again. My passport say Bahamian. And I brought away from I going home. No place like home. There ain't 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 no place like home.
On the Wednesday, November 26th edition of Talking Heads, the pre-Thanksgiving edition. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. Yes, we will talk sports, but we got some other things we need to talk about before we get there. But I got some special announcements for you when we get into sports, all right? I can tell you where you can get your free Bud Light from, okay? Okay, all right. Now, but like I said, we're back into the 5 o'clock hour. 5:09 p.m. is the time. And let me get some of these texts out of the way. And then we'll get to where we really need to chop it up about MJ, because, wow, like the texter said, all of that beating up the gum for only $245.
You're talking about the civil servants that just were informed about what they're going to be getting?
Correct. Okay. But let me just get to these texts and then we'll jump in. Say. Naughty, don't forget we have 20,000 public service workers, many of whom depend on corruption for their livelihood. So they will continue to support the PRP. Wow. A lot of people turn off from voting. 49% of the people in that area didn't vote. They don't see the point no more. What do you say to people that refuse to take part in voting exercises?
Just keep working on it, you know? Just keep working on it.
Good afternoon. Basically, Brave told them the same thing Minna said, next time for the poor. I hope people heard it.
That one hurt. That one hurt, Dexter.
Naughty and MJ, what role did the Haitian element play in the election? That we need numbers on that.
Haitians cannot vote.
Correct.
In Bahamian elections.
And if you have, folks of
now, if you're
Haitian,
talking about
Bahamian
Bahamian
descent,
then
that's different.
That's another thing with more exit polling and more polling in general be made.
If you show up with paperwork but you can't speak a lick of English, that's a red flag. You need to check that.
20,000 civil servants.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Do you think from the bottom of Brave Davis heart was simply $245? Boy, Belinda Wilson looked like a hero today. All the people that cuss her out now crying because they now understand her fight. And again, I find it very disingenuous that this administration employs their social media trolls that happen to be a bunch of social media dimwits. Because at the end of the day, no, Miss Wilson didn't know the figure they were going to get because the data was never provided, just like she was on the show Talking Heads and broke it down. There was no data provided. They didn't know who was getting a raise from who wasn't getting a raise, who was entitled to this. There was no viable data to properly do the raise. And then obviously disperse said funds. And then it's very disingenuous that you promise the workers will be retro to 2024, but only pay them for 2025. That ain't gonna sit well for you all at the polls.
Once again, though, I think this is a matter of communication. Remember when Miss Wilson was here, she and Mr. Ferguson were here, and one of the questions we asked them about was, well, what are you going to tell your members to expect? And they did relate to us at that time that they had no information. That was the whole point of the meetings. They were trying to get to the bottom of it because their members were asking them, what can we expect? What's happening? When are we going to get paid? And so that was the impetus for a meeting with the Prime Minister and his team. They weren't given the information then. I still maintain communication kind of helps this situation much more because when you start to say to people, and politicians know this, all right, I can't tell you the day exactly when I gotta, give you that little thing, but you can get it before Christmas. Once you mix up Christmas in the time frame of when these people are gonna get paid, you think they're looking for little money, especially taking into consideration what they've heard before about some of the other civil servants, these big monies, $3,000, $4,000. I saw some figures up to $8,000 and more. When they start hearing stuff like that, now, of course, they know that their pay scale is different from the senior civil servants. But, they may have had ideas that they would be paid retroactively to a certain point, and you may have a different idea altogether. Communication, because communication also shows a degree of respect. They have their agents. They send their agents to you to get information. You refuse to give the information. You now mix up the pay money with Christmas talks. And then you come in with $150, $200, $341, and you don't think people are going to be upset about that because you have them waiting so long, suffering so long, and in their mind, okay, when I finally do get it, though, around Christmas or before Christmas, it could be a little something that I could work a few things with. And now you come with these very small amounts in the eyes, and based on a lot of the feedback that I've been getting so far of many of the civil servants. And now you're talking about, well, I'd be happy because it came from my heart. Like, you could still insult someone even though it came from your heart. Maybe in such cases, you don't do things from your heart. You run them through the proper the proper review as you did the senior civil servants, because one of the narratives around that increase was that inflation was eating into the salaries and the survivability and the livability of the senior civil servants. So just as you have to consider that inflation is damaging your senior public servants, you think the public servants at the lower end of the scale don't feel that same heat, don't feel that same damage? So to them now, they are insulted. And you brought this on yourself because you should have just been upfront weeks ago when this thing started to explode and say, okay, y'all represent these union members. We can tell you can expect between this and this. Just a little bit of information, just a little bit of respect, and maybe you could have avoided the backlash that I see is now beginning to manifest on social media and in other corners.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ.
Hey, what's happening, Cleaver?
Yeah, Naughty, I raised that question, which is a very important question in terms of us wanting to know how many persons of Haitian descent, Jamaican descent, or whoever other descent who would have participated in the elections. And, well, all of the candidates would have the information in terms of the demographics on who voted, in terms of age, et cetera, et cetera. They would have that on their file. But it will be good for the parliamentary registrar to release those or disseminate those information out there, because it's critical for public discourse. You can't really get a good, grip on what is going on if you don't have the data.
Yeah.
So it's very, 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 very important.
Also understanding what's important to different groups. That's important to know what issues are important.
Same thing with TMH. As a childhood activist, and I was only being disgusted because I knew I wasn't going to get the answer. I asked them at the Department of Statistics. I said, could you give me a copy, some statistics on all of the children born in the Bahamas, all babies born in the Bahamas? And I said, our TMH, and I said, I would like to know the race, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, no, sir, that don't happen around here. We only give you boy or girl, but you don't really get to, see a makeup in terms of nationality. But you had raised a point, you asked a hypothetical question, or it may have been rhetorical. You said that, what is it in terms of voting or persons participating? But I'll say this. If Bahamians don't come out and vote, these new people who we have been very generous in extending our citizenship to for no reason, because many of them are only painters, gardeners, etc.
Control the future of our country with the way they vote.
Yes, so they are voting today, Naughty. So it'll be very important to see how many, Bahamians voted. I mean, native Bahamians would have voted. But the thing is this. If Bahamians don't get up and vote, these new people who these politicians are giving out these citizenships to like candy, they are voting today. But tomorrow, they will be running for high office. And we will lose this country forever. That's the awkward, stupid position these politicians put us in. So we're going to give it, because we should have some restriction. Oh, you can't be this, or you can't be that, or give them permanent residency. But when you're going to go carte blanche and just let them vote for voting purpose to keep you in office, what happens when these politicians retire? The country
not that problem. It just becomes our problem.
But we need to rise up, and I don't know what it's going to take. It's going to take a revolutionary leader, because they did say 24 hours to a politician is like a lifetime, so we still have a lot of time. But we have got to inspire and motivate Bahamians to come out and vote and participate. I think they beat us down like this to create this type of low voter turnout to their benefit, I guess, whoever is in power. But, it's ridiculous what is happening. But we got to come out and vote and save this country for the indigenous Bahamians, whereas everyone else could come here as a guest. That would be perfect. But, we got a long ways to go.
Good stuff, Cleaver. Appreciate the call as always, man.
Encouraging Bahamians to get out there and vote.
We got to get them out there in numbers.
The country is going somewhere. As a citizen, are you content knowing that, you are going to just sit by and be a bystander? And I know some people are very disillusioned with the process. They're tired. They feel as though nothing changes. But, it may sound counterintuitive, but you're participating in the nothing changes when you just stay home and do nothing, when you leave your voice out of the conversation. Let's go to
the other call. Talking Heads.
The other callers.
Hey, Naughty, I'm Jake.
What's up,
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my mind was right on that, too. I sort of tell you that yesterday. It seems that, I don't know why the PLP and the FNM don't realize that a lot of people seem that not interested in even voting. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be the main point of attention they need to be paying attention to.
Yep.
Why people aren't interested in voting.
Yeah.
Understand that means the system, they have given up. They have actually given up on their one vote and their one opportunity to make a change. And that's really terrible for our nation. If that's the case.
Yeah, no, it would be bad if we continue to see a trend down the way it has been the last.
So they need to go back in their camps.
Yep.
And if they really love the Bahamian people, you would start to see some movements in these constituencies trying to talk to people and find out what it is that has you staying home. Why don't you want to come out and vote? And that's the initial thing they need to do right now before the general election.
Yes, that's a great idea. You need to find out why people.
Good
You're
stuff,
welcome.
man,
Have a
as
good
always.
day. Find out why people aren't participating as they used to.
It's true. You got to find out the reason why they're not coming out. In order to get them to come out, you got to find out why they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Yeah, good afternoon, Naughty. Good afternoon, MJ.
Hey, what's going on, 52?
Yeah, well, you know, he's taking a sabbatical throughout all this madness, right?
I noticed.
But I like to bring people back down to reality, right, MJ?
Hey.
And they talking about roads here, roads there, roads everywhere. I see sidewalks in the Grove now, right? They building sidewalks, right? Using the taxpayers, they're weaponizing the taxpayers' money against us for their political
electioneering.
But that's a good word. But I love that. But I'm saying is they're monetizing. They're giving away the taxpayer. They're using the taxpayers' money against us for political longevity. Now, Cleaver painted a picture in which it debunks what Mr. Ingram is saying. There's no way to cheat the election. Whilst it might be difficult to do some nefarious activity at the polls, etc., because of the scrutiny from the various parties. But the ultimate thing would be the camera. But here's what I want to say is Cleaver just painted a picture. But for me, I mean, MJ and Naughty, if I ask you a question, only an imbecile, right, wouldn't realize why the government is giving out citizenship like cupcake. There's no allegedly here, because we have the Freedom of the Information Act. We look in the newspaper every day. They're giving out citizenship to people who don't deserve it, who don't meet the prerequisites. They wasn't born here. I'm living in the city. I hear Haitian Bahamians talking about people getting citizenship faster than them. But what's the reason for this? If you really need someone to tell you, you take your brains out, like I say, and stomp it and throw it on the ground. Now, for me, I really can't be dumbfounded about why they're doing that. I just wanted to say this. The Bahamas is a politician's paradise. And we know why. It is a politician's paradise. You could disagree. I don't know who can disagree, but it is a politician's paradise. And I wanted to comment on something Cleve was being saying all along, which I find is a total disrespect to the collective. The fact that they don't have debates, right? It's like a slap in the face. And it shows that to the citizen that the government thinks that we are all imbeciles, and we are all imbeciles. Like, this is what I see. I can't disagree with what Cleve is saying, because the fact that you don't have debates. Meanwhile, all roads lead to the hospital. Naughty, when I heard the fanatics, the dupes, the goons, right, shouting Daddy, right? It was sickening to me, because I wonder if they can shout Daddy when they end up in the Princess Margaret. Because all roads eventually lead to Princess Margaret. Who can dug that? Hospital, cemetery, or jail? Give thanks.
Yes, 52.
Have a good one, 52. Why don't they have debates? We know that the University of the Bahamas, just as one place, is more than capable of hosting
debates.
high-level debates. So why aren't we having debates? Who's ducking out of debates? Personally, I would like to see the leaders of the party debate and the deputy leaders.
Fair enough. I agree.
I would love if we also have constituency-level debates as well. Too. But for sure, those
top two
positions
of each party
should have debates.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Brian Brown could not sit out this by-election. If he has been asking the voters in Golden House to support him for 4 years, then when he has a chance to compete, he didn't, thereby not giving those people an option. How then can he go back to those same people in the upcoming general election?
I mean, that particular point could be debated on both sides. He did make a decision. The Free National Movement Party did make a decision. They did run candidate Mr. Brown in the by-election. They were not successful. One of the things I think they can take away from it, though, is that they now have some data that they can work with, because Ms. Ingram call it the big dance. The big dance is coming up. So, yes, now, you didn't win, but you got some very valuable data points from that by-election. Now what are you going to do?
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Always a good show from you two. My 5 cents on the by-election is that it was smart of Pintard to run his candidates, as it gives the F&M an opportunity to see where they need to work.
The data points, yeah.
I fear that more F&Ms may have stayed away simply because they know winning the seat now would have put a stop to them getting the works that the PLP are doing now. It makes a lot of sense. Let Pickstock deliver on all the promises. F&Ms will be out in full force at the general election.
So the Free National Movement support increased by 4.57% in the by-election, and the PLP's support decreased by 2 points so it was a margin of a 6.7 was the total that benefits the Free National Movement, the momentum. So Yeah, that's an interesting data point.
Hi, MJ. What is innocent about thousands of gallons of pollution in our oceans by these billion-dollar vessels, pleasure and cargo? This mess must stop.
Nothing is innocent about that. Should have some serious fines.
And we need to be
serious
more
about it.
diligent about finding them when they do it, because I've seen aerial photos of dumpage, and where are the fines for it?
Because I did see a report that there has been, I guess, some sort of an assessment, a preliminary assessment on that barge that hit our reef. But then the thing is already gone. Like, you have to get on that right away. You know, you're looking at millions and millions of dollars in damage to our reef. You can't even let, like, days pass. You got to be on that. You don't want them coming back talking about, oh, well, you know, we did hit that reef on, September 1st, but you guys didn't do an assessment until October 30th, so anything could have happened in the in-between.
We don't have to
we
pay.
need to be on top of these things because they're that important to our environment.
Here we go. Naughty and MJ, vote for the COI as a vote for the PLPs. The FNMs really need to get their voters out to vote. Golden Isle is a constituency with almost 8,000 voters, and only 49% of Golden Isles voted. And additionally, Sean McQueenie told the truth. The PLP stands a really good chance of losing in 2026 if they solely rely on this 2025 by-election win. Things will be much different in 2026 general election and at the polls.
When I got home yesterday and someone sent me that article by Mr. McQueenie, I was like, okay, yes. Because I was saying the same things on the show yesterday. And some people were already hitting me while we were on air, like, oh, well, why you say? And then he basically reinforced the same things. And that's what the numbers show. I'm sorry, but that is what's happening. The Free National Movement had more momentum in the by-election, and the ground is softening beneath the Progressive Liberal Party. They still have a cushion, but you cannot rest on your laurels, and that's just the fact of the matter. You know, the Free National Movement at this moment has more momentum, and that's what the results of the by-election told them.
All right, we got to get to sports, so we're going to get this last call in. I get to these texts. Pearlie will be zooming in short order. So we'll get to the break, and after the break, we'll be talking sports. So let's get to this call, and then I get to the text. Talking Heads.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, guys, you're doing very good job, very awesome job again. I myself is a Creole speaking, right?
Sorry, a what? Wait, you're a what?
I say I myself is a Creole speaking.
Oh, you speak Creole?
Creole speaking, okay.
I speak Creole. I just want to light it up because what? Because a lot of shows we have some passing about, yes, I've been listening to you for months, even when you was on the radio station. I was listening to you.
Okay.
I listen Guardian from 6:30 in the morning till midnight. That's me. Because I like to inform. Something I want you all to tell me. Who have a right in this country to vote? And how you register?
Who has a right in this country to vote?
Yes.
Bahamians have a right. You asked me a question, let me answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bahamians have a right to vote in this country.
Over the age of 18.
And you, that sound like you've been here a long time. If you are, if you are of Haitian Bahamian descent, you are entitled at the age of 18 to get your paperwork.
If you're Bahamians.
Now, if you just arrived, whether you're from your hometown in Haiti or anywhere else outside of the world, and you show up and you know nothing about this country, and somehow you're gifted paperwork, that don't entitle you to vote.
Well, the paperwork. But
I'm saying that shouldn't, that should not be.
No country that can happen. In my work, that cannot happen. Don't let no one fool you all. No person with a work permit can come in like to vote. Never. Even person who have residence cannot vote, cannot register. You have to represent your voter's card or your passport to register.
Right.
Okay. So the illegal president can come in Haiti to vote. That's a nonsense.
Yeah.
Some people fool you with that.
Only
only
Bahamians. Okay, calm down. Only Bahamians over the age of 18 are permitted legally to vote in our elections.
Exactly.
Bottom line, end of story. I think there's a more nuanced conversation happening, though, and I think a lot of it has to do with the lack of information and transparency with our government in respect to recent naturalizations. I think if they were clearer on that, then if there is any misinformation or if Bahamians are not properly informed, we would know. But our government refuses to answer questions concerning this, what appears to be a spate of naturalizations recently, and that is creating anxiety in the community. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand that, but nationalize, like, if I nationalize to become a Bahamian, so automatically I should involve with anything Bahamian involved with. I have right to be involved with it. I have right to choose who I have to vote for.
Right, and the Bahamian people have a right to know the policies that its government is using in order to go ahead and naturalize persons, particularly because Bahamians see what they consider a spate. Now, I don't know if there's a backup that's being cleared. We don't know. But when you have your citizens, asking for information and you refuse to give them that information, it creates confusion.
Because I want to know how you got your paperwork in order to go register, how you got this paperwork.
And I don't want to pretend that this is just particular to us. We did see a very similar narrative take shape in the United States recently, where you had a lot of the Republicans, the MAGA, say that, okay, the Democrats are basically creating a new voters bloc by allowing all of these illegal immigrants to come in, by not putting in place certain voter IDs. And that's mixed up with a lot of stuff. It's mixed up with a very long history of racism also in that country. But we must not pretend that these are not questions your citizens have. And when you don't answer those questions, you end up with what ended up happening in the United States, where you get a population that's so riled up, so on edge about your immigration policies, about your naturalization policies, that they vote away that may surprise you.
Now, one thing I forgot to tell the caller, you could become naturalized, you could get your paperwork, but don't you ever get it twisted or think you will ever become more Bahamian than a Bahamian in the Bahamas. And I say that to say this. Whatever politician got you juiced up thinking that's an angle, it ain't gonna happen. I don't care how you got your paperwork. And as a Bahamian, I should be able to ask how you got your paperwork, how you got fast track, and I know you're fast track because you're showing up to my job, to my business, asking for a job, and you speak not a lick of English, but yet you have a national insurance card, a passport, residency. So all the key elements to get a voter's card, all the key elements to potentially change a voting block in this country, all the key elements to potentially change a voting block in this country, because who gifted you said paperwork? And we need to know. And without a Freedom of Information Act, we will never know. That is why it's important for Bahamians to get up off you in a bungie who've been sitting down for the last 5-6 years disenfranchised and take care of home court. Defend the Bahamas. Defend home court. Get your bungie off the couch and vote. Or you will let foreign entities outvote us, thus giving away the country. I hate to break it down like you all a bunch of dummies, but that's how we acting. Let me say it like this. Get your head out your bungie. Get your bungie off the sofa. Get out, register to vote. The Bahamas needs protection. We could lose our country if Bahamians don't act. Like Michael Irvin said, if you don't want it bad enough, I don't want you to have it. Like Sir Lyndon said, if you ain't prepared to die for this country and fight for this country, then you shouldn't have it. Now, there you have it. Okay?
And I think what's very important,
a lot
of Bahamians recognize this. I'm just waiting for the policymakers to recognize this. There is an anxiety in our society about the number of naturalizations that we have seen taking place, just based strictly on the consistency and the large numbers of persons requesting citizenship. We see it in the newspapers all the time. Now, you guys have to be aware of this. We've been asking you, give us some numbers. How many persons have you naturalized over the past 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, the past 4 years? And you get nothing from your government. And then you wonder why, people get upset or there's confusion if you feel that Bahamians are confused. But you're actually mute on it. There are a lot of things that you can dip and dolly and dodge and afford to be non-transparent about. But I am telling you, and I am being really, really blunt with this, you need to get in front of this immigration situation because it is creating an anxiety in your citizens that should not exist. And you don't want to see where this goes unchecked. You're accountable to us. You're responsible to us. Give the Bahamian people the numbers, and if you're doing everything as you should, then, hey, no problem. Everybody will feel a bit more relaxed. But if you continue to hide the information, if you don't say to us, okay, well, it was 300, but that's because we had a backlog, or if you come to us and say, oh, well, we naturalized 5,000 people over the last 4 years, then Houston, we have a problem. You answer to us. Please be accountable to us.
And for some of y'all who can get in your feelings because of what I just said, because of my last name, let me just remind you. My grandpa was K.M. Thompson. My grandma was Adeline Roberts from Green Turtle Key, Abaco. My grandpa was K.M. Thompson from North Palmetto Point in Eleuthera. You could trace my lineage back to the Eleutherian adventurers. All right? My daddy is from Bilbao, Spain. And if you embrace foreign entities like how you all embracing every Tom, Dick, and Harry from foreign, you should have no problem with my old man. I am more Bahamian than some of y'all, and that's why I said it. Because at the end of the day, when you cut me, I bleed turquoise, gold, and black. And who don't like that, could don't like it. Who mad, stay mad. Bahamians, get your bungie off the couch, register to vote, so the next election we know how everybody feels.
All right, you're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Mr. Producer's looking at me, so we're going to take a quick break right here. We'll be right back.
I coming home, don't treat me like no alien. Just to make your country great again. My passport say Bahamian, and I brought away from. I going home, no place like home. There ain't no place like home. There ain't no place like home. There ain't no place like home.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
The King is bringing you a sweet and savory twist for breakfast at Burger King Nassau. Say hello morning with the maple additions of the Burger King Croissant Sandwich, including a sausage and cheese croissant sandwich topped with maple syrup, plus 2 delicious French toast sticks for only $5.50, including VAT. Or choose the chicken maple and cheese croissant sandwich with 2 French toast sticks at the same price. Enjoy the sweet and savory experience of the maple croissant sandwiches and French toast sticks only at Burger King Nassau.
If you set people's teeth on edge every time you step on the brakes, it's time you visit Muffler World on Mackey Street. They can take your brake rotors off, and if there's anything left, machine them shiny. Then their technicians will install new pads, and before you know it, you'll be able to stop without people calling social service on you. I know they're trying to hit my car. Children in the car. Muffler World can replace the whole package, including hoses, master cylinders, and more. For first-class brake work, stop by Muffler World on Mackey Street. Open Saturdays 8 till noon.
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Arrange a test drive before December 8th for a chance to win an Everything Christmas box. Visit easy242.com or call 461-0100 to get started.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Folks should tell us things they used to do. Tell us how they used to groove and think. Do the sounds of Rick and Script. They say our generation lost our roots and think. There's a part of me that wants to sing songs they grew up on and think. They Rick and Script going and they try put it in our coffin. This thing give you that feeling, that feeling. Where Rick and Script going, then we're going down with all them songs then. I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient mind and things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Script
We're back at you on the Wednesday, November 26th edition of Talking Heads. We are now joined by Pearly. Pearlissimo is in the building.
Pearlissimo.
Yes, sir.
Pearly Lala,
Hey.
what's happening?
Hey.
How are you, MJ?
I
What's
am
up, Naughty?
great. I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm super.
Good.
Super.
You sound good.
I'm super.
All
Make
right.
this one last night, so I'm super.
I know.
Man, listen
right?
here.
I
We got
know.
to talk about that. Let me just get this one call out of the way. Let me jump in right into sports. Talking Heads.
Do you have to clear some texts?
Talking Heads.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Naughty.
Yo.
It's me, good man. What you saying is 100%. Why they can sit down and don't go and vote in their own? You know, there's places in the world where people cannot even go and vote.
Yep.
And the Bahamian people, I don't understand that. You know, they just paying the gas was down at least for 3 cents. I just gone to the gas station. The gas going back up again. They ain't seeing what's going on in this country with Naughty.
He who feels it knows, my brother.
And they can sit down and don't go there and try execute and do what they have
And
to
that's
do.
what you got to do, especially with young people you come across. Agitate and tell them to get out and vote. Regardless who they vote for, get out in there and vote. Register to vote.
I tell them that all the time, Naughty. But see, you got to be listening, Naughty. These people, these young folks, now they making $100, $200, $300. They could buy themselves one nice chain and one nice
One
little
coin
bag
chain.
to take punch. They ain't care about nothing else, Naughty, and maybe one half a bag or something.
Anyway,
That's
all right.
and
I got you. I got you loud and clear, caller. If you
Thank
want
you
Eric
so
to come
much.
for me on that one, but yeah, I get your point loud and clear. Pearly, let's get a couple of these texts up. But Pearly, we got to talk, man. We had a homeboy trying to get me in trouble. You heard what he said, Dan, right?
All right, let's go.
I
to
mean, I
the-
appreciate him keeping it real, but you know how Eric could go.
That's like right in there, so cool. I was like, oh wow.
let's get some of these texts in. This texter says, good evening, and MJ tell Minutes go sit his backside down. This election was a measuring stick to see how the party would perform. The performance was very encouraging. People like Mr. Minutes does not realize that he does not speak for the FNM. And I did see some comments by the former Prime Minister. Probably on Friday when we do Weekend Review, we could get deeper into those crazy comments. This texter says, that's not cocoa tea and Buju, it's Shaba and home tea. And I still haven't gotten my second case of Bud Light. All right, that's for you, Naughty. So, yeah, you kind of
I
like.
have a feeling I know what I
That right downstairs, Chief, you could come pick that up mañana. That is there with your name on it.
Good day, Naughty and MJ. The people crying and cussing over their pocket change. Bonuses.
Ooh,
Wake up.
I got so.
Wake
my
up,
goodness.
Bahamas. Yeah, go ahead, Pearly.
I got all kind of people. Some police. Oh, the police hot.
Everybody been texting me, and I
Oh,
gotta.
my goodness.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, the way it was done, it was made. I thought these people was gonna have such a great Christmas.
And then you wrap it up
You
with
know?
Christmas, right? Like how you know it was not going to be no big amount. How you even mix up Christmas in that? Because once you start saying Christmas, I expected Christmas, Santa reach, but no.
You mean the Grinch reach with them kind of numbers?
This person
Yep.
says, who do you think make pick stock win?
The base, the PLP base voted.
The base came out. This
The PLP base voted and may not come in full numbers because they didn't do his numbers, but the PLP.
Somebody
base
just
voted.
texted me what made him win. All money. LOL. Stop it. You're wrong. Stop it.
Well,
This
I won't comment on that.
This texter says, I wonder
But
how many.
I heard some things.
This texter says, I wonder how many people in Golden Isles were waiting on the promised payment timed after their vote. And I asked that before, like, y'all couldn't tell them it was going to be these low amounts last week? Yeah, boy, the timing. The timing. This texter says, good evening, folks. Tell Mr. Chairman Fred Mitchell and Daddy the PM, if the government having a cash flow issue and having challenge paying the civil servants, borrow it from your candidate, Sir Bass. This texter, y'all really spicy today, This texter says, just tuning in, can we ask for an island and build a land for us? Who's we? Ask for who? This person this person says, the people didn't win the popular vote. What? Okay, so that texter, you have to retext that because the typos. This texter says, Lincoln Bain and Steve McKinney and others years ago tried to suggest politicians should be made to debate Wendell Jones and other PLP and FNM minions used their platform to shut that down. Well, did they? I wasn't aware of that.
No. Wendell, knowing Wendell.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like.
That would eat that up because that's an opportunity
I know,
to
right?
get something on the receiving radio station.
That doesn't sound like Mr. That doesn't sound like Mr. Jones. I don't know. I don't know, Texter.
To go back for a number of years, more than just before Steve McKinney had his radio station, but long before that, people were asking for debate in the political relations. Long before that. Long before that. So that's that's in the 90s. So leave that one.
And let me just give a little bit of advice to the COI. Stop force feeding your leader on everybody. People got Lincoln Bain fatigue at this point. Some people got like voters fatigue and campaign fatigue.
I think that's the term, Mr. McQueen.
People got like Lincoln Bain fatigue. Like really, let us hear from some of your other candidates, man. We know what we're getting from your leader. That's why you're only getting 384 votes in the by-election.
They definitely hit a ceiling. This person says, can you please read this text for me? Dr. Minnis, can't say that word. Shut up. You are a selfish man that placed yourself above country and party. You were PM. Why in God's name you want to be an MP again? You can sit this one out. Remember those you did not run, LBT and others. This text says, MJ, Haiti hasn't had a functioning government, so they can't even apply to renounce sucking my teeth. And he have the nerve to raise his voice at you. And I can't read that last part, but yeah. We're not, yeah. Thank you very much, Texter.
All right, let's slide.
We got a lot.
We got to get to the sports, man.
We got a lot.
Some sports.
I have a friend and a family member who live in Golden Isles. Good. Told me yesterday they didn't vote in the by-election. They will be voting in the general election, and it will not be PLP. So Sean McQueen is kind of right with what he's saying.
All right. And there you have it.
This is important for you. Tell Darlin MJ, please tell your hubby that our national colors are aquamarine, gold, and black, not turquoise. That's right.
Excuse me.
Turquoise. It is aquamarine.
Excuse me. Hold on.
Eat that, son.
What you mean? What color are all waters? Are they turquoise or are they aquamarine? What do we say? Our beautiful turquoise water, right?
No.
So hold on. You can go tell me Miss Malcolm at Xavier's Law School was wrong telling me it was turquoise?
Miss Malcolm was wrong because it does have a hex color and it is aquamarine.
They do refer to
listen, Texter. Yes. I am so glad that you listen to the show and you're on the edge of your chair and on bated breath for every word I say, that you got to be the grammatical texting police for me, okay?
Good job, Texter.
Do me a favor. When you finish editing every word I say, look in your phone and find a life, okay? Thank you.
Good job. Now everybody knows, please say aquamarine. And send us the hex.
Turquoise. Now come make me say it different.
Okay, I don't know if you guys want to hear this. I know we got to break this part, but this texter says, I can tell you why I'm never going to vote again in this current government system. As a Bahamian who has been eligible and participated in 8 voting cycles, I can't see the justification to vote anymore until we transition to a voting process that allows us as a collective to vote for the leader of this country. Additionally, the youth of the nation are the ones who need to be the most concerned about voting leadership in their future. Statistics show that a high number, they are not even registered to vote in most developed countries, and especially on college campuses. The students are the ones pushing the voting processes as well as challenging their leaders by demanding change. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you've been participating for so long and you feel like you can't do it anymore. But I don't want you to have a closed mind about this, okay? Because we're going to need all hands on deck moving into the future. We need to get that turnout number up higher. We need to get more Bahamians involved. So please just keep listening to the show and do not close your mind off yet, hopefully.
All right, let's go to sports.
I just want to make a quick, I know we're talking, so I want to make one quick comment on that. You know, this system of government works, basically the same system of government works in Canada, the UK, and many countries. But because we live in so close to America and we know they elect their president, we want to switch to that. The Jamaicans, everybody else, the Trinidadians also have they vote for their prime minister. Yes, they do have a president. But my whole thing on it is not because the Americans don't make it perfect. They only been at it for 300 years. Bahamas been at 50, but this system has been at it for thousands. So let's let's work with our system. Our problem is we want instant change. We don't want to work from within. Work from within. Join the parties. Grow them. Develop them. Bring change within the parties. Then you can bring change at the legislative level. All right, carry on.
All right, yeah, I just want to get back to that texter with the Crayola color palette. Let me just make this abundantly clear. You may be correct by saying aquamarine, but I'm damn skippy looking at a picture of the color aquamarine and the color turquoise. And if we use your theory, we need to go change every damn flag in this country because they ain't aquamarine, they turquoise. I'm just saying.
They are aquamarine. This is not
MJ,
even
look at this color.
I see.
That's turquoise. That's on our flag. Ain't no aquamarine on our flag. This blue ain't on our flag.
You know what? We're not
ain't
even,
no blue on our flag like that.
I'm going to show you.
Look at the flag right in here. That's turquoise on our flag. That ain't no aquamarine.
I'm going to show you the hex colors because you.
So you're all colorblind, texters. Don't judge me. Only God can judge me.
You're sounding crazy. I
am crazy.
I can tell. It's aquamarine. It is not turquoise.
Excuse me, that's fine, but I'm saying, look at our flag. Any darn aquamarine on there, that's turquoise. Turquoise, that ain't no aquamarine.
Are you colorblind?
No, you all are colorblind. Let me tell you all I know what turquoise look like. The crappy Miami Dolphins have burned turquoise in our vision for decades. We know when we see the crappy Miami Dolphins jersey, we say, that's almost desecration to our flag. The only thing saving it is the orange.
All right, because we're running on about this too long. I'm going to say it one more time. The colors are aquamarine, gold, and black. Full stop. You and your turquoise could go sit in the corner.
And I will sit there and say the colors are aquamarine, gold, and black, but technically the aquamarine on there should be turquoise because it ain't aquamarine, it's turquoise. And that's my story, and I stick into it.
Yeah, stick it in the corner because that's wrong. All right, go ahead, Pearly.
I'm don't know what to say.
The texter must have gone to sack. That's all I could say.
Lakers won last night. Yeah, I like how Luka played. Luka was very good. I like the role that they got. That fellow I don't want to say he played. Reeves was awesome. Hayes played a good game, and I like how the team is a together team. They got each other's back, and fella tried to rough up Luka, and Hayes jump in the front of that. Remind me of some Rambus and things like that. I like that.
I agree with you. And I look at the box score, Pearly, and I sit there and I say, Luka Doncic, 43 points, 7 of 12 from three-point line, 9 rebounds, 13 assists. Then I see Austin Reeves, 31 points, 11 of 16 field goals. Luka was 14 of 28, by the way, shot 50%. Austin Reeves, 11 of 16, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. And then I look at the old fella, Old Man River. And look at him, God bless him. 25 points, 9 of 15 shooting, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, but that's okay. Lakers go on to win big, 135-118. And the bench chipped in as well, too. Rui Hachimura with 13. All right. And then you also had Smart with 7. And the rest all chipped in like 2s and 4s. But the Lakers played well. They played defense. And more importantly, man, they moved to 13-4 in the Western Conference, Pearly.
Yep, and they're in the quarterfinals for the NBA Cup.
And you know what's more important? The new owner seated at every Laker game.
Yep. I'm used to this, I know you're not used to this kind of ownership.
I know, so allow me to be excited for the Lakers, how you're excited for the Dodgers, because I know it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
The talk is now there's a strong possibility that we may take Bo Bichette away from them Blue Jays.
God. Who else you can take? You can take Superman away from Marvel Comics. You can take, who else you can take? Or DC, sorry. You can take Superman from DC Comics? That's what you could do next?
No, what you should do is compete.
Let me guess, while you're at it,
they're making the money. They can spend it too.
While you're at it, go ahead and get Judge too, because I hear y'all need a right fielder. And then go to Oakland and go get the Butler kid in the outfield. Go get him. In fact, go to every team and sign their best player, Pearly, because y'all are the Dodgers. And if y'all can't win it, y'all can buy it. And I condone it with the Los Angeles Lakers, but by God, I don't condone it in baseball.
MJ, are you there?
Yeah, in your defense, Pearly, the performance. No, I
don't want you to say anything yet. I just want to ask you one question.
I'm here. Go ahead.
He's George Steinbrenner, Yankee fan, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to know. That's what I want.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And if we could buy that,
we taught you all how to buy. Okay. We didn't teach you how to turn your Japanese superstars to go get the rest of their money from the Korean sweatshop and the sushi bar on Crenshaw, okay?
But Pearly, that buy-in was worth it, boy, because the Blue Jays had you all on the ropes, and the fact that you were able to pull off another World Series championship, props to the Dodgers.
MJ,
they know what they're doing with
allow
that
me
money.
just to interject here. Pearlie has no recollection of that. He just knows the Dodgers won the World Series. It's not going to be 7 games, nailed bite or nothing. The Dodgers won. That's it.
I can tell you almost every pitch. I could tell you about the Freddie home run in the 18th inning.
It was looking.
I can tell you how everybody was sitting in and the Blue Jays are going crazy. Max Muncy hit a home run to make it for the 3 and quiet them down a little bit.
It was
and
looking
crazy.
crazy.
On a 3-2 pitch, Miguel Rojas hit a home run into left field to really quiet down. And then I could tell you Will Smith, probably the best catcher, if not top 3, arguably, catcher in baseball, hit the go-ahead run for the Dodgers in the top of the 11th. And I could tell you, Yamamoto pitched to Kirk. Kirk hit a broken back ground ball to Mookie Betts, who stepped on second base and gunned it to Freddie Freeman at first to end the World Series and make sure the Dodgers had 2 in a row. I can tell you those things.
But let me tell you what I can tell you.
But can you tell us if Shohei can speak English?
Shohei can speak some English.
Okay.
He's not fluent.
I just got to keep
Liar.
I keep messing with you with that.
2 things. But to sit in front of a camera and do an interview, no, he's not.
Excuse me, that's a lie, because I saw him on the sides of a LA Rams game, and he was like, "Oh, it's a Matthew Stafford. Good to see you, Matthew. I love you a long time. I watched you from a little boy. I love how you throw ball. Let me throw football. See how I throw baseball. Your friend
Chinese, you're talking. It's Chinese.
No, that's a Japanese. Chinese is this. Okay. Chinese is this. Wow, everything is still under $10. You know why everything in Chinatown is priced under $10, Pearlie?
No.
They can't say 11, that's why.
I'm here. I'm still here.
You could let the laugh out now, Pearlie. You could let the laugh out now, Pearlie.
It's not Friday, but obviously we're almost fully into the. So Thanksgiving tomorrow, Pearlie.
I mean, he put the hump day.
Yes, we humping. All right, what's happening tomorrow, Pearlie? What are you excited about? The big games tomorrow.
And there's a question I want to ask, and I ask it today because I was going to ask it on Sunday. What is does the Kansas City Chiefs have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl, or does Dallas have a better chance of making the playoffs? And I looked at it and I said, Dallas have a better chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah,
no, I don't see them in the Super Bowl. But I think Dallas,
I don't see it.
If Dallas wins tomorrow, they're in a good position to make it to the playoffs.
Just can't be the same Dallas Cowboys that you said was going to get thumped by the Philadelphia Eagles last week, though.
Let me spit this blood out. I bite my tongue. Let me spit this blood out.
Yeah, I know. Spit it out. Because that can't be the same Cowboys team you saying was going to get housed by the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's the same team that I said was going to get housed by the Philadelphia.
You mean the same team who shut them up for the next 41 minutes of the game?
I've made some mistakes, and like all of us have, we made a wrong call. Okay. I'm sure you've made a wrong call. Like the call to put that Toronto was going to beat the Dodgers.
Yes, that's true. Just like you made the wrong call now because your data dropping.
We can't hear you, Pearlie.
No, somebody's trying to. No, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, but no, somebody's.
So, tomorrow's games. First game, Green Bay, Detroit. Who you like in that one?
I like Detroit because they're home.
I like Detroit because they're home, too. It's a rivalry game. It's a division game. Green Bay won in Green Bay. Detroit should win at home. If Green Bay wins, though, they'll be doing the Cowboys a favor. So, either way, I like it, but I like Detroit to win tomorrow. Second game, Chiefs on the road against the Cowboys.
Oh, you know something? I would say the Cowboys because they're home, but for some reason, what the Chiefs did on Sunday, tell you beat them by going.
What the Chiefs did on Sunday, come back from a couple of points down against the Rudy Poo Colts. But meanwhile, we punched the number 1 team all in their mouth, all in their ribs, all in their kidney, all in their Abdullah Oblongata, and now all of a sudden, anyway, you know what? Who you like in that game?
You know what? If you'd give me one more second, let me finish running on and ranting, you'd have gone there. But just for that, I game with Kansas City.
Good. Good. I like it. Cowboys 33, Chiefs 30. Brandon Aubrey late field goal. If you're betting,
Chiefs
take
35,
over.
Cowboys 20.
Not even on PlayStation. And the last game, Ravens, Bengals, Thursday night football. I like the Ravens winning at home.
It would be, and Burrows is back. It would be a devastation to the Baltimore Ravens to lose this game. They got to play with all their heart and soul like at the Ravens and take the money line.
There you go. Good stuff, Pearlie. It's all you tomorrow. We'll be all back in on Friday.
And to the texters, I'm sorry we didn't get to all of them today. I did read all of them, though, so we will address some of these topics on Friday when we're back here for Talking Heads.
And we are up out of here, man. As I exit the studio, let me salute my beautiful Bahamian flag. Turquoise, which really should be aquamarine.
Bro, just stop.
And then gold and black.
It's aquamarine, okay? I could even probably give me a split second, Mr.
You know
Producer.
where I'm going with this, right?
I don't know where you're going. You're going crazy with this because it's aquamarine, okay?
Hey, I'm just going to say I
I can pull
continue
the
to
hex
annoy
colors.
you and the texters.
Yeah, very annoying. Anyway, you guys have been listening to Talking Heads right here on